Athletic Diaries. Before we dive into this video, I wanted to say I have decided to make all the videos that are going to be answering specific scientific questions into a series called Ask a Geneticist. So, welcome to our second video of Ask a Geneticist. Today, we're going to be answering another really interesting question. So, I recently got this question on my Instagram. So, the question is asking basically, is it true that athletic abilities such as running or jumping, is it true that these things can actually be passed on from generation to generation? So to answer this question, I went in and read a bunch of papers, but I found this review to be the most helpful review of all. It is titled The Genetics of Athletic Performance. I'll add it somewhere in the description box, so if you want to read it, you can go ahead and read it yourself, but I read it so you guys don't have to. So in this video, I'm gonna share what I found in this paper, and we also want to answer our question: is athletic ability actually solely influenced by genetics, or is it influenced by many other stuff? So if you want to learn more, please keep watching. So according to science, athleticism is actually affected by two main things. One, it is affected by your genes, and two, it is actually affected by other things like the environment you live in, the amount of hours you actually train, and also your lifestyle. So like your diet and all the other things that you put in your body. So starting with the genetic part, there are actually a bunch of genes which has been linked to increased athletic performance. I'm going to tell you two of the most popular examples. The first one is a gene called ACTN3 gene, also popularly called the speed gene. So this gene produces a protein which help with fast twitch muscle fibers. These muscle fibers are the ones that are responsible for explosive movement like jumping or sprinting. So scientists have actually found two different versions of this gene to be present in most of the elite athletes. What do I mean by that? So there are athletes who have what is called the 577R allele. So an allele is just a different version of the gene. So the athletes who have this specific allele, they are able to produce the protein that I was telling you guys about. And so these athletes who have this specific version have a fast twitch muscle fiber which enhance explosive movement like jumping or sprinting. While there are other athletes who have another version called 577X. So those one who have this specific version, instead of having fast twitch muscle fiber, they have slow twitch muscle fiber. So the difference is that this is more suited for endurance activities like long distance running. So the athletes who have the 557R allele tend to be so much better at activities like jumping or sprinting, while athletes who have this 577X allele tend to be so much better at long distance running. Another popular example of a gene which has been shown to increase athletic performance is a gene called ACE gene. This gene produces a protein which again has been linked to increased endurance. So there are different versions, but the version that has been mostly talked about in most of the paper that I was looking at is a version that is called the R allele or the social allele. I don't want to go too much into it, but it is a different version of this gene. And so the people who have this specific version of the gene produces higher level of the specific protein that lead to higher endurance, which means that these people are really good at long distance running and also things like cycling. But before you guys go ahead and get your genetic testing to see if you can just become Usain Bolt, wait, there is a caveat. Do you guys remember the ACE gene that I just talked about? Yes, that one. We all know that Kenyan has one of the most athletic individuals in the world, right? So in this paper, they do talk about a specific study that went specifically in Kenya to just look at the Kenyan athlete and see if the expression of this specific gene is correlated with their performance. You know what they found? They found no association at all between what you have or the ACE gene and also your performance. That does not mean that the ACE gene does not have any effect on athletic performance at all. What it means is one gene alone cannot determine the athletic performance. So this specific example shows that even if you have the most perfect genetic setup to just be the greatest of the greatest athlete in the world, if you do not put in the work, the training, look at your diet, put in your discipline, you actually won't be able to reach your full potential. In fact, studies have shown that most of the athletes that are really, really successful, it comes more from their hard work than from their genetics itself. Hard work and training actually contribute way more to their success than anything else. Now, going back to our question, is it true that if your parents are pro athletes, you are also going to become a pro athlete? The answer is yes and no. Again, as I just said, athletic performance is affected by a lot of things. Genetics being part of it, environment being part of it, your training, and many other stuff, right? So, with that being said, yes, you might inherit those specific genes that I just talked about, but if you do not put in the work, the training, make sure you're eating well and put in the hard work, or that's one. Also, you have to realize that scientists have not been able to just like get an exhaustive list of all the genes which might be linking to athletic performance. So, with all of that being said, unless all of these other pieces of the puzzle are together, just because your parent is an athlete, it does not make you an athlete. It just means that all of these other part of the puzzles have to be in alignment for you to see any success. So, is athletic ability inherited? Partly yes, but talent alone does not make champions. Training, mindset, and effort actually do. That's what I had for you guys today. Thank you so much again for watching. If you're new here, welcome to Syndic Diaries. Do not leave without subscribing, liking, and sharing this video with anybody you think might benefit from it. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you have any other question that you would like us to answer, make sure you either drop them in the comments below or literally go on our Instagram and just DM us or just comment on any of our previous videos, and we'll be happy to actually make a specific video just for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.